While 84% of Canadians are aware of Canada's food guide, it's seldom referenced by consumers as a healthy eating tool that they use. A diverse group of thinkers at the University of Guelph decided to figure out how consumers can be better supported to make healthful food choices. In the next few minutes, I'm going to tell you what they learned. A century ago, our diets reflected the seasons and one's ability to preserve food for future use. While today 70% of women report that they take responsibility for their household's food needs, historically women worked full-time to ensure that there was not just food stocked in the cupboard, but that scratch-cooked meals landed on the table 3 times a day. The first Canada's Food Guide was created not to make Canadians healthier in general, but to ensure they were strong enough to support the war effort. Both World War II soldiers and the people left behind to manufacture arms needed stamina. Today, we have abundant choice of both healthy and not so healthy food, making lessons in the food guide more important than ever. Research conducted by University of Guelph and Dalhousie indicates that Canadians rely on social media influencers and TV personalities for nutrition and health advice more than Canada's food guide and health organizations combined. Other sources Canadians consult for nutrition advice include family and friends, media, and their family doctors. But with mixed messages coming at consumers quickly and from all sides, it's not surprising that there are consumers who admit to being overwhelmed or distrustful of all nutrition advice. Worryingly, when faced with the complexity of making healthy food choices, some people just give up. While Canada is a relatively wealthy country, food insecurity is still prevalent, with 12% of Canadian adults living in food insecure circumstances. When examined on a regional basis, the problem can be even more acute. In fact, the rate rises sharply in remote areas, with half of households in Nunavut experiencing food insecurity. Modern life is taking a toll on our health. Both rural and urban kids are now driven or bused to school on a daily basis. Once on campus, they find either unhealthy food choices or earnestly updated healthier menus that they find unappealing and forsake by heading to the nearest fast food outlet. Canada's population is diverse. While the food guide does consider culture's role in maintaining a healthy diet, the marketing communications that accompany the guide often present only mainstream suggestions. As a result, the photos and recipes made available to consumers fall short on representing traditional Indigenous and ethnic food options. Luckily, technology is making it easier for media, dietitians, and associations to create and share nutrition information for broad audiences. Likewise, about 1/3 of Canadians consult with health apps on their mobile devices, and young adults are increasingly using online sources for gathering health and nutrition information. Research shows that mandatory nutrition facts tables and ingredient lists on food packages aren't terribly effective. Too much information can overwhelm consumers, or they may not have the background knowledge to process the information that's offered to them. Improved nutrition labeling systems could help consumers to make better packaged food choices. To this end, Health Canada could influence purchase decisions by working with industry. Agreement to adapt front-of-package labeling systems, which is common in many other countries, could be a good start. Moreover, offering free trials of good-tasting healthy foods or developing rewards programs and discounts that align with food guide recommendations may be impactful solutions. The popularity of children's cooking programs, like this one offered by a grocery chain, indicates that there's an opportunity to not just revive home economics within Canadian schools, but also to augment that hands-on experience. With expanded programming that improves food literacy along the farm-to-fork continuum. Better cooking skills are necessary for not just kids, but for everyone. A Vancouver study that looked at 142 families with children under the age of 5 years old found that parents with lower perceived cooking skills were 8 times more likely to report food insecurity. Coupled with lack of time to prepare meals, this skills gap entices many consumers to purchase less nutritious packaged meals. A number of countries are boosting food literacy and nutrition knowledge by implementing subsidized school lunch programs that involve children in this entire process of meal preparation, from cooking to cleanup. Shokuiku in Japan is one of the most successful initiatives, with 99% of elementary school-age kids participating. The literature is clear. While education and food skills are important, significant improvements in healthy food consumption will not occur without social intervention that addresses low-income households. Policies that address the child tax benefit, guaranteed annual income, and increasing the minimum wage can be helpful. Academia has a role to play in educating consumers about healthy eating as well. Effective knowledge mobilization will enable researchers to get out in front of nutrition and policy discussions before special interest groups take hold of messages and distort them to support their own agendas. Food businesses will work to increase the health of society only if they see a way to do so while increasing their profits. Our experts suggest that government incent industry to prioritize the production and marketing of nutrition-dense food items as one way to encourage healthier eating. Supermarkets can also contribute to change. Both small and large retailers are encouraged to reconsider their merchandising strategies. Revamping checkout displays to provide easier access to healthy foods that meet food guide recommendations, or introducing incentives to make nutritious foods more affordable are just two options. Truly impacting the eating habits of Canadians will require cooperation and strategic focus. Only a multi-pronged approach that leads to regulatory changes, new ways of applying marketing science, educational programming improvements, and corporate participation will be effective. Our interdisciplinary panel of academics, food and cooking experts, and public health practitioners concludes that while Canada's Food Guide is a good quality tool, it's just one element of an effective campaign that'll improve the day-to-day eating habits of Canadians.